Hello viewers, welcome back to another Daily Retro episode. Quite an exciting episode today. We're going through a pickups video on a new shop that's opened in Leicester. It's called Super Game Shack. It's opened by a nice guy called Rich. He used to own Super Game Shack just as a website and has now got his own physical shop in Leicester. It's in the Silver Arcade, quite easy to find in the centre of Leicester. Just happened to be up there as well for the Space Centre, which is also in Leicester, which is really cool as well. So I thought I'd take a visit. So some of you may or may not know, Super Game Shack actually opened in the last 2 or 3 months, I think it was, because of COVID. I think he bought or rented the premises from sort of late last year and has just been filling out until he could reopen safely. So go and support him if you can. I'm about an hour and a half's drive, so you've got no excuse. This is his business card slash logo. You'll see it when you're outside the shop. But we've got lots of footage to show you of going around the shop. It's sort of a medium-sized shop, very well organised. It's honestly one of the tidiest retro shops I've ever seen, to be honest. And everything's kept in very good condition because Rich does all the cleaning and puts pretty much everything in his own sort of cellophane wrapping, which keeps everything in the same condition you received it in, which is great. So I'm not going to do too much talking throughout this, just because I find it a bit off-putting when YouTubers do the same. But this is the outside of Rich's shop, Super Game Shack. As you walk in, there's a huge array of different items you can see. Lots on the front desk, and then you've got a massive section to the right and a massive section to the left. It's more of like a medium-sized shop, I'd say. I was in the shop just over an hour looking at pretty much everything, and the wife was obviously taking a break to not be on her feet the entire time. Lots of really nice handheld items in this shop, as you can see. Really playing with the idea at the moment of investing in as you can see there, a Neo Geo Pocket, which can play all the Metal Slug games, and a PS Vita as well, just because they've got such a good selection of games that are obviously linked to PlayStation, like the Ratchet and Clank series. So as you can see, it's not just games they sell in this shop. We've got some anime and comics and various Japanese food and drink, which was really enticing. Also a lot of figures and amiibos, as you can see here. Thought the glass cabinets with the LED lighting looked like a really cool effect in this shop. Made everything sort of stand out and it looked really good. As you can see, a massive display for the Game Boys, either originals or modded, which was really nice to look at. Another cool little merchandise section and a lot of plushies, so we had to pick up one, as you'll see later on. Two pairs of eyes better than one. The wife was just helping me find some of my items off my retro shopping list. Much bigger collection of different systems, games in this shop. Sort of the only system I couldn't find much for was the Nintendo Wii U, but that wasn't too much of a big system release wise anyway, so I focused on finding some of the Mega Drive and Master System titles that I'm after. So without further ado, we're going to go through some pickups that I've got. I think I spent about 120 in total. So starting off with the actual physical games we picked up. So we picked up quite a few this time. I was going with a list, but fortunately they had a lot on my list, so picked up a lot. Starting with, we'll go from oldest to new, shall we? So starting with Mole Mania, which is a very old, well, it's towards the end of the DMG's lifespan, but it's a game made by the developer of Super Mario. So yeah, lesser known game, but I think it's worth about 30, but I got it for about 28 from Rich. It's one of the only DMG games to have autosave, as long as the battery's working, of course. And yeah, really looking forward to playing that. Really good puzzle game, recommended by the Metal Jesus crew, I think. On to the next one. So we've got another Sonic game that I didn't own, but I've been looking for in good condition for a while, and that is Sonic Spinball. So basically a Sonic pinball game. So if you've ever played the bonus levels of Sonic, where you get a certain amount of rings at the end of each level, you go into like these pinball levels, sort of, and this is just a whole pinball related game, and it is in really good condition. Didn't pay too much for it either. I can't remember exactly how much it was, but it was definitely below what you get paid for on eBay, which is great. And then been looking for a Lord of the Rings game on PlayStation 2 for a while, because again it's just that nostalgia thing. I've been sort of thinking about what co-op games I used to play, and this was one of them. I think I actually played Return of the King as well, so you can play co-op, sort of hack and slash RPG, really good. Play through the film obviously, which is really fun, and as you can see on the sticker it was only £5. And we've got two Game Boy Advance games. So Rich's shop is obviously, as it used to be, a Game Boy only website. It's got a lot of Game Boy stuff in there, so if you're looking for Game Boy, even if you want something custom, then he can do it for you. He did offer me his services, didn't really need them at the time, but yeah, he can make custom Game Boys for you, or just source a specific original one that's unmodded if you like, which is really nice and thoughtful. So this has been on my list for a while and kind of leads on from Sonic, which is Sonic Advance. I don't know if it's going to focus or not. But anyway, looking forward to playing that on the Game Boy Advance. And this is a game that's about to have a remake on the Switch, and that is Advance Wars. I don't think that's going to focus. I think the wrappers they're in are not helping, but it keeps them in good condition. And then lastly, for physical games, we've got Marvel Avengers on the 3DS. I don't really increase my 3DS collection that much unless there's something I really want. And me and the wife have been playing this exact game, I think, on the Wii U. A really good, fun cult game, but I thought I'd just get a single player version as well. Just so either of us can play it handheld, but the wife is more likely to play this than I am. And then we've got a lot of like Sonic based stuff, so there was a whole, as you'll see in the footage you may or may not have seen already, there was a lot of plushies in the shop, so we picked up official Sonic the Hedgehog tails. I think it was only £14. Thought it was ultra cute, so you can sit on the side with all the other Sonic stuff. And then we got this is something I saw on Discart's channel, so something just to sit on the game stream. It is actually an LED lamp. It lights up, as you can see on the side. Has the animation of Sonic waiting for you to play if you leave him stationary too long. And yeah, a really cool LED lamp that I'll probably put on the side of the main TV. And then penultimately we've got a figure of Sonic, and again this wasn't too expensive. I think it was about £5 for a box figure. I think it's a fairly new one, but something I've not got, and it was cheap and it looks good, so I picked it up. And then lastly we've got these. There were lots of these in the shop which I thought were really cool. It's like a Japanese style thing where you pick up these pods and they've got one of multiple things in. I've not actually opened it yet, so this is actually a live unboxing as such. I'm just going to get that off. And it should be a colour of Yoshi, because as many of you know, I love Yoshi. And there we go. Take him out the packet. Oh my god, it actually walks as well. That's just definitely going on the desk though. Again, that was only about £4, I think. So definitely good value. And that's pretty much it for the pickups. Got some news for everyone around the world now. Myself and my wife are expecting our first baby boy in November, so we're really excited for that. We've already had to install a little lock on the games room door just at the top, just so when they are walking around, they won't be able to just wander into the games room and be pulling out cables and whatever. Even though it is all nicely hidden, I'm just a bit paranoid, but I've been told I'm going to be in the games room a lot less anyway, so I'm well prepared for that. But really excited, and everyone we've told has been really happy for us, which is nice. And it might explain why, if you're watching previous videos of mine, that I've said my wife's going to sleep at like 8 o'clock. So there you go. Alright, cheers for watching guys, and make sure you check out Rich's shop. He's very active on Instagram and Facebook, so you can message him on there if you need any sort of requests before you go to visit him. Yeah, until next time, cheers.